We broke a couple of Guinness World Records with people running, but the mile. Back in 2022, when I was just in the community and we were all talking about, it's awesome that we're earning tokens and earning crypto by moving and getting outside and exercising, but how can we turn around and turn it into a real world purchasing mechanic? Cooking, man, absolutely cooking. So many things, too many exciting things to talk about. I could ramble forever. I'm sorry, I'll shut up.
Here at the Salana headquarters, and I got an OG from the Salana ecosystem. I got AKA Chonky here from StepN, from FSL. Man, what does this guy don't do? We're about to find out what is happening in your world. But brother, how are you feeling? How are the vibes? You just came in, you ran from LaGuardia here. Hey, I did 43,000 steps in 2 days. I'm excited to see what you're gonna do today.
Dude, I'm not gonna hit 43,000, I can tell you that. But I'm good, vibes are good. I do need to get some steps in. I am a little chonky. The weather's getting warmer, but not here right now. But I'm feeling good, man. Vibes are good, people are happy, people are excited, content with markets, everything's good.
Man, I was excited. I did 43,000 steps, and I was like, man, I'm like so proud of myself. And then I looked at all the food I ate in the past 48 hours, and I was like, I've had pizza, I've had sushi, I've had burger. I had dude, the amount of food that I've had, I was like, I probably should do 83,000 steps in order to really run this off. But we're here. It's Salana. It's New York City, and it's Accelerate, man.
Dude,
it's a massive week. I mean, this is New York City's becoming the internet capital markets, right? We're talking about that, but we're talking about also becoming the leading crypto hub of all the world.
It's incredible.
And man, dude, this fucking view, man. Holy crap.
The fucking view.
It's unreal.
It's wonderful.
I mean, it's a little gloomy today.
A little bit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Welcome to Web3.
Take the bad with the good.
Hey man, Web3, it's an up and down. Today, we might be looking at McDonald's applications. Tomorrow, we might be looking at Lambos. Who knows?
I mean, you could be. You could just be eating McDonald's in a Lambo, so be prepared for best case scenario, worst case scenario.
That is the first time I've heard that.
I'll eat McDonald's in a Lambo, even if I do have a Lambo. I don't care.
I thought you were an Arby's guy.
Yeah, well, how did you remembered?
Hey, man.
He remembers. The Arby's. I thought you were about to pull out an Arby's orange dreamsicle milkshakes. It's not the right time of the year for it, but I'll take it. No, man, listen. It's a beautiful city. It's a beautiful place. There are a few cities that are sort of coming up like this. Obviously, we all know Miami and sort of the crypto focus there, but this is my first time being in the Salana realm, or in New York City, actually, the offices, being here. I've been here for a couple of events, not for a Salana specific event, but man, it feels good. It feels good. I haven't been here for long. I'm excited to venture around and wander around a little bit.
You might have to stay extra days, man.
I could.
Hey, man. All we gotta do is make a quick call and say, hey, gotta reschedule the flight, and hey, at home you just tell them,
Yeah, sorry, wife. The dog will be fine.
Yeah,
Work will be
fine.
Listen,
you'll be fine.
I'll bring back a something.
Yeah. Bring her back a Salana t-shirt.
I'll bring you back a Salana
Some
t-shirt.
Web3 merch.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Look, man, you guys have been cooking. You guys have been on nonstop, man.
Trying, man.
Give us the updates. What's happening? First half, the last 6 months, what's been happening with you guys? And then we'll go into the next future of the next 6 months in 2025 for you guys.
Absolutely. We've launched a lot. We've had a lot of big partnerships. The biggest top of mind goes back to the Adidas partnership, multi-phase partnership. I didn't even plan this. I'm rocking the StepN Adidas sneakers.
I was actually going to say something earlier.
Yeah.
Because you didn't bring me a pair. And I'm over here with the On Clouds right now. And I'm like, man, I don't know if I could do this interview rocking some different shoes.
Dude, you can
since you didn't bring me any, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Though, listen, you could maybe find a pair of these as collectibles somewhere, but no, we did the NFT drop, the co-branded sneaker drop. Then we followed that up and crushed it with a physical co-branded sneaker. So that drop was crazy. We broke a couple of Guinness World Records with people running, but I think the mile, and then the most people that ran a certain amount in a 24-hour period. So we broke a couple of official Guinness World Records there. Launched a co-branded sneaker with them as sort of a memento. Recently launched GMT Pay, which is bringing things full circle. Back in 2022, when I was just in the community and we were all talking about, it's awesome that we're earning tokens and earning crypto by moving and getting outside and exercising. But how can we turn around and convert that into something that we can purchase things in the real world with, right? Turn it into a real world purchasing mechanic. And that was something we always dreamed about, something we always wanted to do. Recently launched GMT Pay, where you can convert your tokens inside the GMT Pay app to a prepaid Mastercard, minimal KYC, and send it to your Google Pay or your Apple Pay and use it just like that. Cooking, man, absolutely cooking. So many things, too many exciting things to talk about. I could ramble forever. I'm sorry, I'll shut up.
Did you guys just hear that? Like, how easy it is to be able to use the app, get paid, buy in, all with simple clicks. None of this crypto talk that you have to like go on the website, connect the wallet, bridge the wallet, swap it. Not enough gas fee. I'll go back. Guys, it's that easy. This is what mass adoption is looking like. This is what accessibility is looking like. It's making sure we're talking the same language the audience understands, right? We've been through so many apps. We've been Google emails, payment systems that you put your credit card in, things like this. Exactly as easy. That's how we're trying to make this language as easy. Man, last 6 months, man, like you're like a professional chef now at this point, the amount of cooking. But now tell me, what's 2025 look like for the next 6 months? What do you guys have on the roadmap? What are the features that you guys are looking really to expand into? Is there something that like has caught your brain and you guys are back like right now and on the strategy board and saying like, this was really cool. Web3's innovated. There's some really cool products. I mean, you mentioned probably even like meeting some people here in New York City that are also building really cool data-driven, health-driven applications. What's the next 6 months look like?
Listen, I want to keep my position with the beloved company, and I cannot share the biggest thing that's up next, but I can tell you this. I can tell you, following the logic of GMT Pay, right? And you've seen it, I've seen it. There are a couple of major focuses people are all about right now. One of them is gaming, obviously, because everyone games, everyone loves gaming. It's Web 2 current, it's Web 3 current and future. There's that. There's a lot of focus around payment systems, around stable coins, a lot of RWA talk, tokenizing everything, as we all like to say, which, you know, may or may not be a possibility, whatever. But it's fun to say.
Tokenize the show.
Tokenize everything. Tokenize me. Tokenize you. Hey. Tokenize Arby's.
Yeah. Hey.
So I will say that, you know, following sort of the line and the logic of GMT Pay, I think it's important that we all focus on how to truly onboard Web 2, onboard the masses, not in the form of a Trojan horse type of mentality, because it's not a Trojan horse. We want to share the technology that we're building in Web 3 with the world and share how it can improve the lives of everybody, how it can entertain people, bring everybody together, make yourself, your life, your funds, everything that you own, and make everything more efficient. That's the future, and I do think that making that as frictionless as possible is important, hence GMT Pay. And so I ramble and I bounce all around what I want to say because I can't say it, but I will say that we have something absolutely huge coming in the very, very near future, and it's big for Web 2 and Web 3, and that's all I'll say about that.
Yeah, no, I think you hit on some really cool points there, right? You don't want to Trojan horse it, and I truly believe that, and I will say that, like, we also just need to get a way better infrastructure still, right?
Agreed.
Within Web3.
Agreed.
Because it's still, like, even for us, I've been in this space 6 or 7 years, and every time I have to connect my wallet, I'm just like, I hope I don't drain my wallet. I hope I don't drain my wallet, right? And so, like, we do have to figure out how to make this a lot easier for even us, right?
Oh, great.
And I think, like, we understand it now. We get blockchain. We understand, like, what it could do. We could see, like, in real worlds, assets, T-pins, and all this stuff.
Yeah,
like,
T-pins huge.
Yeah, like, exactly where this could really go and how it could go. But we definitely need to fix the house first, the foundation, you know, because it's powering the foundation, but now the cracks in the house are just very much showing.
No, agreed.
Look, man, I think, like, you know, it's cool that you tiptoed around a lot of the stuff that you guys are doing, but I think we got most of the hint. Look, I think, you know, here, Accelerate, New York City, Salana, I have to ask you $1 million question.
Oh my God.
Why Salana?
Why Salana, man? Fast.
As fast as your steps?
Way, way faster than my steps. Fast, cheap. Communities all around Salana, and the teams that are building around Salana have been and are the best out of all the teams in Web3 that I've experienced. I fell in love with Salana back in 2021, 2022. And I'm multi-chain, we're multi-chain. But Salana is where people are building. Salana is where a lot of Web 2 interest comes in from meme coins or for whatever the case may be, over into gaming. Fast, easy, great community, cheap. Love it.
Yeah, man.
I fast, easy, cheap. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Say that to your wife.
No.
Right?
Let's not go there.
Easy, cheap.
That's
Make whatever you are at the grocery store. Fast, easy, cheap.
I wasn't.
Don't buy anything.
It was Arby's. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It was Arby's. I promise.
Goes to the mall. Fast, easy, and cheap. No. Trust me, I wish I could say that. Hey, no, we don't need that name brand. Get the Target brand.
Equate.
Look, I think harping on this, right? I think like yesterday, Mayor here in New York City had a event around crypto. 5 years ago, if you asked me this, I would have been like, they're probably going to ban crypto, so we should probably not be there. And now crypto is becoming so mainstream.
Yep.
It's being talked about. Watching the Knicks game, and literally Coinbase is like one of the main sponsors at Madison Square Garden, which is probably one of the most viewed played-off game right now. So like we're talking about being front and center, and we've been front and center for quite a couple years now. But now the stigma is finally changing from it being a scam to, holy crap, there's actually something there that actually makes a lot of sense.
Right.
And I think like even with you guys from StepN Go, StepN FSL, all these things that you guys have had, like health is so important. Wellness is so important. And especially for what we do in crypto, I was speaking with somebody else that's building something, and they're like, so how many hours do you spend in front of the screen? And I was like, about 12. And they're like, do you move? And I'm like, move? I was like, I might lose the trade if I move. And she's like, and then she was like, how much coffee do you drink? And I was like, well, are you asking like by time frame? And she's like, whoa, what? And I was like, well, between 8 and 2 o'clock, I usually have a 4 or 5. And then at 3 o'clock, I have my Monster. And she's like, are you trying to live another 10 years? And I was like, I'm trying to operate, It's
trying to
crypto.
function.
It's crypto.
Yeah.
So, look, I think like, we're starting to see it. We're starting to see real world, all these things, right? And I think for you guys, the way you guys are positioning yourselves, it really does seem that you guys are very much understanding the audience, understanding the feedback, understanding the community,
right.
and understanding, hey, how do we progress?
Right.
And I think like it's something that's very much missed in Web3.
I agree.
Business
I agree.
planning 101.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think like with that said, with all of it said, what's one thing that's catching your eye within Web3, especially from in the industry that you're kind of in the niche that you're in, that's catching your eye from somebody else that's building or that's working on that you're just like, that's cool?
Man, there are a lot of things that I'm thinking like that's cool. This is going to be totally off the wall, but like, so I've always been a sports card collector, right? Never been into Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, never been, but I've always been like crazy into sports cards. And I was bouncing around on that dinosaur app Facebook a few days ago, and I kept seeing like these different ads for like sports cards, digital collectibles, and it got me to thinking like some of these like people could serve well to like actually tokenize these cards as real world assets, but even also like pair them alongside with collectibles that are slabbed. And you could take that from sports cards and you could move that into all kinds of sort of collectibles. And that's a low hanging fruit, but it's something that I think has sort of been missed.
Yeah.
And so there are multiple teams that are doing that. And I know that we joke about tokenize everything and we say that, right? But it makes sense in a lot of scenarios. So the teams that are able to pair digital goods in the form of collectibles or NFTs or however you want to call them, it's all semantics really, but pair that with IRL goods, I think that's going to be the future. And we're going to see a lot of pendulum swings, like things that go a little out of the realm of what's realistic or practical, but then we're going to see that swing back to things that make sense. I'm a big fan of RWAs right now, absolutely. It goes without saying that I do think, I'm with you, getting outside and moving your body. I almost said the A word, almost. Now, moving your body, man, getting outside and getting a little bit of sunshine, literally touching grass, moving, being healthy, understanding that it's an extremely important part of your life, especially if you are involved in Web3 in any capacity. Because like you said, like if somebody talks about a cup of coffee, 2 cups of coffee, 160 milligrams of caffeine, brother, I'm at that at 4:15 in the morning. Are you serious? So yeah, that's important. And obviously we at FSL and StepN are passionate about that. That's the core of our brand is wellness and getting outside and moving and taking care of your health, both mentally and physically. You might as well earn a little bit in the process, right?
break down the like the wall between FSL and StepN, like for those that are watching and like hear you kind of saying constantly FSL and StepN, so that like it's easier for those that are watching and saying, okay, like how do I, like where do I start? Where does the audience start to get into the ecosystem that you guys are building?
Sure, you can start with StepN is the jump off point for most people. It's the first product of FSL. FSL is the sort of the parent company. FSL ecosystem. Our products, StepN Go, more the NFT launchpad marketplace. DOOAR is the decentralized exchange that we utilize in all of our products. GMT Pay, of course, Gas Hero, formerly known as Gas Hero, soon to relaunch as 2184. The FSL Game Hubs. All of these products are under the FSL ecosystem umbrella. Of course, StepN was the first. StepN is the cornerstone product of the ecosystem, and that's where I would really get started. Of course, we have the FSL ID, which is your all-in-one wallet solution. Also sort of functions as a single sign-on and a rewards hub for everything in our ecosystem. So we have quite a robust build-out ecosystem, but StepN generally is the jumping off point for most people.
Yeah, no, I think like the ecosystem that you guys are building and have built, like as more products come on and as more expansion comes on, I think you guys have that foundation layer that like a lot of people are trying to build to, but you guys have already built it, and like you have a product that attaches to the build that makes it so much easier like to even partner with people and say, hey, like welcome, just come here. Like you don't have to do the whole. I think that like why I say this is because a lot of founders spend a lot of time or money trying to build the blockchain aspect of it rather than their product. And it's time consuming, it's money consuming, and it's great to be able to go to you guys or say, hey, like how do we partner? Hey, you might have it already. Just come help, like join us, and like let's build along each other and like things like that. And I think that's like just one of the things that for me has always been really cool about what you guys have been building, and listening to you guys, watching you guys, all over Twitter and everything you guys are building. Abu Dhabi's in 6 months.
Yeah. Ooh.
Breakpoint.
Yes.
In December.
Yeah.
Are you going?
I am.
All right.
I am.
What are we expecting?
Wait, hang on a second. Make sure my bosses know that. I am going to...
Hey, make sure they approve. Make sure like they like, hey, make sure they buy the ticket already.
It's bought. It's already bought.
There you go. It's already expensed. It's expensed.
Sorry, go ahead.
What are you expecting in 6 months after seeing what's happening here at Accelerate? You're going to be able to go today and kind of venture out today since you just got in. You're going to see a lot of what's happening in Accelerate. And I'll tell you this, man. Like, there's a lot of things right now happening on Salana that like I was even like, wait, this exists. This is really cool.
Right.
This is expanding. It's growing, and Solana's just becoming, again, probably the most powerful blockchain in all of crypto.
Right.
From users, revenue, like everything you could probably like look at it. Like, man, every chart that you just see is like straight
every
up.
metric, every KPI. Yeah.
And so, with that said, Abu Dhabi, 6 months from now, what are you thinking? What are you seeing? What do you want to, as a goal for even what FSL or StepN, that message that you want to send, maybe for people to partner with you guys or work with, or who do you want to work with in the future?
I'll say this, as far as who we want to work with and what capacity, we're wide open to partnerships with people that are building products that improve the space, improve people's lives, and move the space onward and upward, right? We've partnered with people of all over the spectrum of from games to different DeFi products, NFT projects, to fully Web 2 brands, different things like that. It's all about synergy. It's all about onboarding the people to what we've built. And I'll say it again, meaning not only FSL, but we, meaning the builders in Web 3 on Salana, in blockchain technology to begin with, onboarding the people to the wonderful things that we're building, right? As far as what I can expect to see, or what we can expect to see, I think that this is a very, very broad stroke, right? But in the last few months alone, I feel like, and we talked about this many, many months ago when you first really dove deep into Salana gaming, like there's going to be a shift at some point into more sustainable focuses in general. And I think that we're starting to see that with more gaming focus, more RWA focus, more institutional investors starting to pay attention and starting to look at Salana, starting to look at integrating Web3 elements to begin with, I think we can start to see now more of a maturation period, if that makes sense, in Web3 and with Salana. And I think we'll continue to see that. I think there are always going to be those very degen elements, and you're always going to be able to find that, and we love that, and everyone loves that, right? But I think in order to grow, we're going to have to mature, and I think we're already starting to see that. And I think in the next 6, 9 months, a year, I think we're going to evolve tremendously, and we're going to see that reflected in the amount of people that are onboarded to Web3 and Solana.
If you're watching this, I mean, I don't really know why you're not going into StepN right now, hitting the follow, hitting the notification button, following Chonky, hitting the notification button, sending him a DM, telling him you want to get involved. How do you get involved? You want to work with him. Like, this is the alpha. This is why we brought him all the way from home here into this cold weather. He's got to wear a sweater. He's never worn jeans or a sweater before in his life. And now all of a sudden he's here wearing this because he was like, oh my God, this New York City, I'm doing this for Jorge. But hey, we're live, we're here. Chonky, what's going on? What's today's schedule like?
Dude, today is jam-packed. Got meetings periodically throughout the day. I'm going to be working here at the co-working space for a little bit. Going to go to the Salana Play event a little bit later. Going to hit up Salana Spaces. Going to be all over the place, man. Tonight, going to try to hit one of the side parties, try to maybe hang out with some people, let loose a little bit. Tons of stuff on the schedule, but if anybody wants to hang out, please hit me up. I'm around.
If you catch any breaks, are you grabbing pizza, hot dogs? What New York City thing will you do?
Brother, you tell me. I don't know. I mean, I was thinking pizza, but I eat pizza like 2 meals a day already. 2 out of the 8 meals I eat, 3 of them are Arby's, 2 of them's pizza. I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, man. You know, man. There's 2 things. I'm a pizza junkie, and I'm actually like a pizza snob, I should say.
That's good.
Because I'm from New Haven, Connecticut.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like pizza capital of the world,
yeah,
and like
Mr. Portnoy's probably listening in.
Yeah, he's probably like, well, he hates me right now. I'm a Knicks fan, so.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I've been in his DMs, like, ripping him apart. I mean, he gets to rip us apart, so why not? Anyways, pizza's been one thing. I love hot dogs too, as well, from the city. Just from the city. Like I need where the dirty water. He's grabbing it with no gloves. He's taking my money with it.
It's and like a gut rocket deluxe, man.
People I always laugh when people are getting those green energy drinks or the detox. And I'm like, go get a hot dog. That will detox your body real quick.
God, or send you into straight botulism hell. My God.
Oh man.
Let's just stick to pizza. All right, let's bypass the hot dog.
All right, Chonky, man. Give us the plug. Where do we find you? Where do we find StepN? What's the websites? What's the Twitter handles that we got to follow?
Oh man, Twitter is StepN Official. My handle is LOL. No. You know what? Just hit up the StepN Official Twitter, StepN.com. We've got all of our links on our social, but really the StepN Twitter is where to be. You can find everything else in our ecosystem from the StepN Official Twitter.
And there,
Twitter. Sorry.
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube,
yeah.
all of them. You know what?
Well, all of them. Whatever. MySpace, Zanga, if you remember that.
Hey, man, you're bringing
Showing
it back.
my age
Am I
now.
in your top 5 and still on MySpace?
You're in my top 4 actually.
Ooh.
Yeah. I've got a nice little hardcore song playing in the background whenever you hit the MySpace homepage.
Am I on your top 3 for your T-Mobile calling after 9 p.m.?
Actually, I've got you. I'm saved as my primary contact on my BlackBerry. That's what we're showing our age.
On my Nokia Snake game. All right, look, another episode here from New York City. Make sure you go follow what this guy is building and the whole ecosystem they got going on over there. Make sure you slide into his DM. And that's another one today. New York City, accelerate.
Accelerate. Let's
Appreciate
go.
you, brother.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.